We moved to St. Louis a year ago, but part of my interest in grant writing was, wow, this will be a nice way to maybe maintain some connections with organizations back home. My very first informational interview ended up becoming a client I had been really looking to hearing, which isn't bad, but had the mindset of I'm not worth charging anything for, and I don't know what I'm doing.
Paige has spent her career in case management and serving people with developmental disabilities. And when she found out that her husband's career path would send them into 3+ moves in the next 3 years, she realized it was time for some flexibility and continuity in a career that she could take anywhere. Only 8 months into the collective, she has already earned back her investment and landed 2 clients. She even landed her first client from her very first informational interview. The method works. You are going to love learning from her. Meet Paige.
Thanks for having me.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how familiar were you with grant writing before you joined the collective?
Maybe a 2 or 3. The only experience I had was writing grant with a local funder in the county I was living in. So I had seen some successful grant proposals, but I did get that process of getting an idea of what funders are looking for. So I was a volunteer. I wanted the voices of people that were in the community to inform partially what projects they were going to fund. I got a rubric to use and then space for my own thoughts and things like that. Other than that, I had not written a grant before joining the collective.
That is so cool. One, because I love that the funder was like, we should have the people who might benefit from this funding actually in the room to grade. Like, that's very cool and often not heard of.
It was a great opportunity for me because when I first started doing informational interviews, we moved to St. Louis a year ago, but part of my interest in grant writing was, wow, this will be a nice way to maybe maintain some connections with organizations back home that matter to me. Knowing that funder and knowing some of the nonprofits that they had worked with was kind of my starting point. My very first informational interview ended up becoming a client who wanted to pursue that grant again, but was needing help with just the project management side and wanting to do it, but not having the time.
This is the power of warm network.
Yeah, that wasn't the case for everybody. And it was interesting because the person that I talked to and people I talked to, they knew my background was I'm a case manager. I'm not a grant writer. So they knew me. But when I told them that I was exploring this career path, there was definitely an interest.
I'm so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you most proud of in this 8 months that you've been with us?
Before joining the collective, I had been really looking to hearing, which isn't bad, but had the mindset of I'm not worth charging anything for, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm proud of myself in building the confidence and being able to present myself as a grant writer, somebody with something to offer in this space, leaning on my background, even though it's not exactly in grant writing, but tie it in with the collective and things that I've been learning, putting the word out to my friends, my neighbors and stuff. Hey, I'm interested in grant writing. That was a step for me, being able to kind of find second and third degree connections just because I put the word out there that I'm interested in this.
It's magic, isn't it? We doubt it and then we do it and it's like, it worked. It worked so well that you just landed a second contract back in August, and that contract actually earned all your money back for the collective. So not only did you not volunteer, but now you've earned enough to pay for the investment that you made in yourself. Plus, what was it like to secure that second contract?
That was another one where it was, I had just been building on curious conversation, connected with another grant writer. And even though they didn't really have a need, but he ended up meeting somebody and telling somebody about me. And then that wound up in this person telling another nonprofit about me. I got connected with them and they were like, we're really interested in having some help with development. So that's what I'm doing right now. Most of the clients that I've been working with have really been a joy to work with and been open to conversations, even if they don't lead to paid opportunities. It's still just nice to network.
We have all these wins and we wouldn't be being truthful if we didn't talk about the valley of despair that so many of us face. Talk to me about what your valley of despair might have looked like.
Anytime I'm trying something new, like contract I'm working in right now, I'm doing a power prospectus. So that's a new thing. I was doing a little bit of work on Canva last night, feeling overwhelmed.
What helped you get through it?
Yeah, I just need to take a step back and remove myself from the computer and from the desk, take a break, and it really helps talk to other people. And especially that's the nice thing about the collective too, is just kind of being able to reach out if you're dealing with a specific challenge. A lot of times you'll find somebody that was in the same situation that can really help get through it.
You are a mama of littles and you are working full time. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
And you are doing this as a side hustle. I just want to say that I am so excited that you kind of showed up in your car today because you're showing everyone what it's really like to do this on top of your life as it is. I just would love your perspective on how do you make time for everything?
I've been really fortunate. The people that I work with, they're kind and I feel comfortable sharing about what's going on in my life. Really open about like, here's what my availability is. Kind of a nice thing about freelancing is that you have the ball in your court asking to negotiate if that what their scope is or what their desired scope is more than you're currently able to contribute. I like setting things up on a project-based way. I haven't done that exclusively, but project-based means that your schedule is a little bit more flexible. Communicate really clearly that like my time will be flexed because I have a full-time job and I have a child. The other thing I'd say too is that there's a lot of different people in the collective. So other people's journey is not necessarily my journey. And maybe another unicorn is able to offer a really in-depth funding strategy where they're very involved in reaching out to funders. And for me, I can do that, but I know that my capacity is limited. Being able to kind of tailor what I'm able to offer.
I love that. What is your why? Why are you adding this side hustle on top of all the other beautiful things in your life?
We moved out here to St. Louis last year. My husband's getting his master's in divinity, and our program involves moving. So, like, we moved out here. 1 year of the program is doing a vicarage. So, you go and, like, insert, like, an intern pastor. So, that's another move. And then you move back. There's at least those moves. And then after you graduate, in our denomination anyway, you're called to a specific congregation.
Even know where you'll be after school.
No, it's really just comes from, like, where's the need? There's a lot of moving around and moving around in a short period and mystery and not really knowing where we'll end up long term. I knew as far as my skill set, I wanted to expand into something connected with nonprofits in Oregon, having some continuity in what I'm doing, just getting to know people in the nonprofit world and share their story. It's been really nice for me too within the circles that I'm in with the seminary and that are connected with faith-based nonprofits. So I've just gotten to know the client that I'm working with right now is another faith-based nonprofit that I met just sort of through Nautical Network.
I'm so excited for the flexibility that this will give you, especially as you move and continue to grow your family, if that's something that you choose, allow you to pick up your life and still have a piece of continuity with it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paige. I am so excited to continue to support you as you build this beautiful business that you're building and having the impact that you're having in these incredible communities. So thank you.
You're welcome.